On your wall hangs your degree. Your parents crave so much for you. And though you're trained to make your mark, you still don't quite know what to do. It's never too late to start all. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, DEFFINITY, DEVVE, daCAT, SHIRO update video, and a little bit of Dark Ages as well. I know, crazy, right? Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Ecomi and VeVe markets. OMI, they do. They've been marketing. Let's take a look at what Ecomi has said over the last couple of days. It's been pretty nice. Well, really, ever since Lisbon, Lisbon. 3 days ago, they go in and post, did you know every transaction on the Stack World Marketplace contains a buyer's 2% fee, which permanently removes OMI from the circulating supply? Users can complete the official collections of their dreams, powered exclusively by OMI. What will you collect? Then later on, yesterday, they reshared Coinbase. Coinbase said our asset manager, or our asset universe is about to get a whole lot bigger. DEX trading is coming, and OMI says, OMI fam, welcome to Coinbase. The token that powers where the world collects will soon be available on the platform, bringing the next billion users on-chain, every user, anytime. Outside of that, you had Coinbase also go in and say they're partnering with American Express. For anyone that has their Coinbase One account, they can go on and apply for an American Express card that gives them anywhere from 2 to 4%. Instead of buyback like cashback, they get Bitcoin back, which is heckin' nuts. Again, normally on a lot of these credit cards, you can get 2, 3, 4, I think sometimes even 5% back. But with this credit card, you'll get paid back in Bitcoin. So again, 141 million people around the world use American Express. American Express, no danger of them going out of business. I think they have an A1 credit rating with Dun & Bradstreet, and only 3 companies, to my knowledge, have that. I think that is Amway, Levi's, and American Express. Those are the only companies that have that. So again, no danger of them going out. A lot of people just pay it off at the end of the month. So that's how the average user, 141 million of them, they do about $24,000 a year. And so let's say 10% of them, get, kind of get adopted through this. They say, you know what, I'll try it, because not everyone's going to do it, right? So instead of 141 million, it's 14,100,000 times $24,000 for the year. That's 338.4 billion, but you times that by 0.03, because that's a 3% back between 2 and 4. That is $10.1 billion per year that is going over and being exchanged for Bitcoin. In buy pressure, that's really cool. But outside of that, if you have a Coinbase One account and you're about to get exposed to all of these things on OMI. So again, if I am Base, right? If I'm Coinbase and I can just pop Base. No, who's Hesse.base? He's the one that, let's say Hesse.base. He goes on and talks about a bunch of tokens all the time. Of course, last couple of days, it's only about good stuff. Let me just put Base meme. So obviously you have Crappy Bird that's also on Base. You have Sharby that's also on Base. But let's take a look at a couple of Base memes. If I go on there and I see, okay, if I'm Coinbase and I want to say, all right, these people, they have American Express, so they're generally fiscally responsible. They are, their average 24K per year is going on there, and some even more. And you want to target the higher wealth ones. So you have people that have American Express, they have Coinbase One, they're dabbling in crypto. You don't want to get your audience wrecked, right? Like you don't want to say like offer them something that's going to be bad for them. Obviously, if you're like a McDonald's, if you're Taco Bell, any fast food place, that goes out the window because all you offer is bad stuff, right? But if you're Coinbase, say, okay, do I want to market Miggles, Ski, KeyCat, Dog and Me, Benji, Mochi, Tiebag, Hire, Gecko, Chad, Carlo, Monsta, some that nobody's ever heard. And again, it's very possible that all of these memes that I just mentioned, they might have a business, they might have awesome devs, they might have crazy stuff planned that's going to make them pump. But there's no real way to know, right? There's no real way to know, especially if they're not doxxed. And if they're not doxxed, Lord help you if you invest into something that where the devs aren't doxxed, right? Is Base going to want to do that? Or let's go even more. Toshi, Degen, Ski, Pepe, Kik, I guess Pepe's on Base. Keycat, Dogami, Fartcoin, Miggles, Bambo, Shallow World, Benji, Caw, Aerobud, Mochi, MFer, RX, Brett, they might actually pump just because that's like the biggest meme coin on Base. Base of Fire, Noise, Beats, Tiebag, Toby, Chomp, Brock, Sandy, DRB, Higher, Brat, Meow, Speezy, OK Egg, Scop, Mimi, Subic, Barrio, Dickbutt, Normie, Scrappy. Oh, Crappy Bird, love them. Crash, Condo, Slum, Rosalite. Again, there's so many of these. Are they going to want to offer these tokens to it? Like, they'll be there, they'll be offered. Or are they going to say, hey, come in and get, again, Brett's the biggest meme on Base, so they'll probably market them. I would market OMI. That is probably the most legitimate token out, one of the most legitimate tokens out there in the world, right? But on top of that, the utility is more than 99% of tokens. And I know that's a very low bar because most tokens are trash. A lot of them are scams. But I think they'll actually market OMI for us because they're part of a business that's been in business for more than half a decade. They've done 1.4 billion in sales on the secondary market. They've sold over 10 million NFTs. So it's not like they're attached to this one business that kind of sold a couple NFTs and you don't know who the devs are. This is something that I think is really going to behoove us, or it's going to behoove Coinbase if they go and market us. Anyway, let me go back to Ecomi and see what else they were talking about. They go in and say, well, they requote Base, where Base says, so Base token, which Base tokens are you hyped to see in the Coinbase app with DEX trading? And a bunch of people are talking about OMI. Obviously, you have Crypto Hero over there talking about Sharby, but OMI, love that one with the Goku. OMI, this one is Roost. Okay, that's interesting. I could have sworn mine was on here. All right, let me just type in OMI. Okay, I thought I answered it. My bad. I was not a good shiller today. I did not shill. My fault. Anyway, they go in and repost that. It says, we can think of one that comes to mind. If you're excited to access OMI in the Coinbase app, let us know in the comments. So these are a couple of things that I really like that Ecomi's been posting recently, and this is just about OMI. Let's get to OMI. Let's get to the rest of crypto, and I promise we have a decent show for y'all. Never too late to start. I'm sorry, I love that freaking song. I don't know why it's in my head today. Coinbase actually up 1% on the day, back up to 106. Bro, they were straight up not good. They were down to 1029 yesterday. 106 now. Ethereum still down 1.5% on the day, but at 2574, which is a lot better than the 24-ish that we were at yesterday. So I'll take that. And then let's take a look. Like I said, let's take a look at OMI. There is a it's actually up on the day, up like 1.5%, right? Up to 2002157. So it was down. It almost went down to the 00019s again, but it had that nice little floor at the 00020 mark, at 00021 now. I think part of it is just that Coinbase news. And again, I know people are like, there's some things that you can joke about and should. There's a lot of jokes about World War III, and it is horrible. You should not joke about that, but sometimes memes are funny, and that's what happens. You laugh. I'm sorry. But in like real talk, there is war in the Middle East, and it doesn't look like the airports are shut down in Israel, and there's like, hey, you guys aren't getting out of here until like at least June 30th. I'm like, bruh. So clearly this is not just an overnight thing or a one-night thing. They are prepared to take it to Iran and have a bunch of attacks over the next couple of weeks at least. They threatened to target their oil refineries, which if you have oil, it's great for you. But the rest of the markets are probably not going to like that. So to each their own. Each their own. Again, supposedly, at least according to the Israel, they said like, oh, Iran's really close to having nuclear weapons. The precision strikes, though. Oh my God, give me one sec. I gotta find this for y'all. on the home of an Iranian commander. And it's not, so it's not like Israel is going on and just like bombing. This is the home of an Iranian commander, and that is such precision. It would just hit that apartment and nothing else. That is wild. And then Trump saying there's going to be new people at the negotiating table is diabolical. Not saying that's good or bad, just saying it happened. What? Oh my God. You ever have someone from the squad hit you with some unexpected heat? My friend's at an autism gala right now and says, Randy, I'm going to donate something for you. Now, he might have meant in my name and he might have just misspoke, but I'm not going to lie, that's really good. Anyway, there is one thing I want to go over that I should have gone over already. Before this, it is Hashgraph Online DAO. They have 2,200 followers. The Hashgraph Online is dedicated to building a fully on-chain, interconnected, and agentic internet leveraging AI on Bitcoin and Hedera. And HCS-10 OpenConv AI track. First place was Unthink AI. Shout out to them. Censorship-resistant knowledge agents. Ask questions, get on-chain answers. All interactions verifiable and permanent. Thought that was really cool. So shout out to Unthink AI for that, and some other things. Unthink AI, I can't go into too much of what. Oh shoot. I can't go over who some of their partners are or who the brands that are going to be on there are, but I will say that I had a meeting with the CEO today about trying to get daCAT on there, and what it would be is when it's kind of out and launched, it would be saying, okay, here's where you can get all your specific brands for whatever you want. If you're an online shopper, it'll be great for you. But if you're an online shopper, maybe, and again, all of this is on blockchain. You're probably using crypto. You're probably used to using crypto. And I'm going to try to have it have a hyperlink to either VeVe or Stacker, where you can go and buy the daCAT comic when it comes out, and anything else. Speaking of which, Saitama Wolfpack, which I announced yesterday. I legit started writing yesterday morning, and I'm on like page 12. I am a comic writing god. I am booking it. So shout out to Space Penguins, shout out to Saitama Wolfpack, shout out to Ladies on Soul, Chaos on the Chains, Crappy Bird, and Charby for all agreeing to be in this. My goal with this, and again, VeVe, if you are listening, please buy some of daCAT. 10%, just enough to make you like a minority shareholder, so that this way, when daCAT is worth a couple $1 million, you guys can leverage that and say, oh yeah, we have our own IP as well. Please, I'm legit doing this work for next to nothing, and it's a lot of work, and I want VeVe to succeed. Anyway, the bigger the universe is, the more eyes that get on it. Like, I don't care if someone named Turtle Ducks come into me and say like, hey, can you write me a story? Hey, how big is your community? Nah, a couple hundred. Cool. I don't care. I'll write the comic. Give me X amount of money. I'll write it, bring it in. And even if they only care about their one part of the world, even if they only care about their one part of the cat universe, that's the one that turtle ducks are in. I don't know where they live, in the forest or something. I would say, yeah, they might only care about their part of the world or their part of the universe, but they're still in daCAT. They're still in the overall daCAT universe. So this is my baby. This is what I'm going to try to bring a ton of value to over the next several years. And it might not work. But if I were a betting man, which I am from time to time, I would not bet against me. Anyway, speaking of daCAT, let's go over the kitty. Let's see where it's at today. ETH is down, so daCAT's probably way down. daCAT is actually up 0.6% on the day. Oh yeah, wicked, drop off yesterday, went all the way down. Back up today with only $195 in volume. $1.7 million market cap. That really hasn't changed much. It actually held up quite well considering what went on. Excuse me, I just burped. SHIRO Nico just posted saying this cat is not chasing mice. It is racing to success. Oh, cat racer. Bastin Furious, they might want to change that. Meowter Sport. This is great, and I'm going to comment that. This is great. We'll go over SHIRO next. But yeah, so I went over a bit of daCAT on the day, but let's see what the SHIRO's at. SHIRO generally has a lot more volume. Oh, my back. They're down 2.5% on the day, but 1.1 million in volume, $5.4 million market cap. So shout out to SHIRO for continuing to get that volume. Good for them. I love them. Ooh, yes. Love my post yesterday. Please congratulate Saitama Reborn on becoming the most recent community joined daCAT universe. I'm very excited to write this amazing origin story, which is just almost half done, third done. Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to be. Get into VeVe official later this year. Comic will also be available on Stacker World and OMI after release. I am building such a freaking awesome unit, guys. I know I've said this before. This universe is so freaking cool. Now the Saitama Wolfpack one, I'm not gonna lie. If you're a girl on your period, you will cry reading this. It's a. I'm not gonna lie. I hope that people read this one last, because if you read this one first, you might not read the others. And I don't mean like it's bad. It is good. It is very good. But it rips your heart out like a couple of times. Like, and I'm only 11 pages in, so like this is straight up like it's an origin story. And if you know anything about Saitama, you know the Saitama Wolfpack guy. You don't know much about his origin. You know that he's got certain things that's about him. Well, this is how it happens, and it is not pretty. It is very unpretty. I mean, the artwork I assume is going to be beautiful for whoever draws it, but yeah, it is. You know that feeling when like an anime ends, or a feeling when like you're done with your favorite video game, or if like something dies. In most of my stories, there hasn't been a ton of death. There is more death than life in this one. There is straight up, instead of counting who died, count who's the people that are still alive, because that would be the shorter answer. There is just absolute. I don't know what caused me to write this, but it is straight up like, if you're in an emotional state, do not read that comic. Yeah, but it's so good. And again, it's only 11 pages in so far. I swear, it's so freaking cool. Anyway, moving on here. We went over the SHIRO. Went over. Let's do DEVVE. I think DEVVE has something. They are at 46 cents. They are down again. They are not having a good week. They're down 22% on the month, 5% on the day, $485,000 in volume. Yeah, that is straight up not. DEVVE's chart in the last month ain't looking good. Last 3 months also ain't looking good. Max, it looks like it again. We were at like 45 cents today, 44 cents. How does this? There you go. It looks like I don't know. I mean, again, like it's so wide. This is, I wanted it lower and cheaper. And again, I'm trying to. I don't know what's going to go up first. I want more Definity. I want more OMI, and I want more DEVVE. And I am going to do something where by next month I will have. I don't care what. I don't care if I don't care if I am. Well, I care. I'm going to do what I need to do to get more OMI next month. Because again, the Coinbase thing, this is like a free listing for OMI. So I don't, come heck or high water, I will get more OMI by the end, by next month. I don't know what time. I don't know a time frame. It is going to get done. I'm going to give myself an ulcer, but it's going to happen. And yeah, I want more Definity. I want more. I want more of all of it. And like, I would love to get more like Essence. I would love to get more Alluvium and Flow, but these are the things that are, they're my picks for me. I don't know, like for anyone else. By all means, buy what you want, buy what you like, do your own research. Yeah, at some point, this 500,000 in volume for DEVVE is going to be out the window. Now, again, DEVVE, OMI, DFINITY, they could all get like cut in half, over the next few months until alt season happens. Again, straight up, people legit like the memes of this World War III stuff. Hold on, let me find this for you. Trying to find it for you. When a European, wake up to see World War III memes, the heck they doing over there? Turning 18, thinking you can do anything you want. World War III. U.S. and Iran might start World War III. People, oh no, I don't want war. Gamers, is World War III going to affect GTA 6 release? When you were born in Central Europe, just failed art school, and everybody's talking about World War III, oh no, it's all coming together. World War III about to start, and you find out that Germany has a crappy military. But then you realize you live in Germany and the French wants revenge. Oh no. The fact that World War III might actually be happening. You think this is funny? All of Reddit. Ha 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 ha. Me and the boys finding each other in World War III. Everyone starts talking about World War III. Germany says it's a trick. Said no reply. Said no reply of any kind. Government saying if you participate in this war, chances are you will most likely die. Depressed teams, it's showtime. I think there was one with a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle that said "Cowabunga it is," but I did not save that one. It was a very busy day. So yeah, but BlackRock's still buying. Fidelity still buying. All of these other big ass companies are still buying. So I am not going to let some short-term pandemonium and what is likely hell for the people that live in the Middle East let that get me down. Well, it does get me down, but you know what I mean. I will continue hodling my bags. I will over leverage myself and I'll buy more. Do not do what I do. Kuma says, "What's up, fam? Wow, I'm first. Finally, you did it! You did it!" Or is Abe that says he's first again too easy? Only had the like 20 minutes early. I feel like. Turtle says, "Let's go." 69 like. I'm good. Yeah, I'm feeling. Oh, shout out My Collectibles giving me that spam. What a bay. Let's go to DFINITY. Oh, down 4% on the day to 2.9 cents. And we've got 4,500 in volume, $4.4 million market cap, 5 million fully diluted. Not too much new. Oh, I forgot to talk about the DEVVE stuff. Oh, that was my bad. Okay, where am I? Yesterday, or do I need? Oh, maybe there isn't any DEVVE stuff. Oh no, there is. Somebody asked, "Is this 100%?" Talking about the exchange is supposed to be launched in the second half of 2025. Somebody says, "Is this 100%, or is there a possibility of delays? So potentially maybe like Q1 2026?" Guy named Obi-Wan Kenobi says, "Nothing is ever guaranteed in business. If you were to ask me and for me to give you an honest opinion from everything I've seen, heard, and read, then yes, this year for sure." Then you have Austin from DEVVE saying, "We expect the second half of 2025 internally as well. Lots of moving parts to contend with." And I'm saying that because, as somebody said, nothing is guaranteed, but yes, second half is the plan. Then you have Austin saying, "I mean, dude, there's a chance aliens land and kidnap me from my house tomorrow, but I'm planning for it not to happen. There's a chance for anything in the world when there's a lot of moving parts." The exchange was never planned for August 2024. I will admit the wording was ambiguous, but the only thing that was going to happen in 2024 in August was that we were going to come out of stealth, not launch a whole ass exchange. He didn't say ass. I added that in for flair. That was the only thing about DEVVE. For DFINITY though, oh my god, I'm sorry. I need to like do like a couple pull. My back is absolutely destroyed today. Oh, okay. All right, slowly go down. Slowly go down. Okay, I think the little crack in my back says that that was fine, and I'm going to stand for a bit. The idea is to probably focus on OMI first, because if gun to my head, what's going to run first? It looks like NFTs really starting to get that spotlight. It's really looking like NFTs are the stuff that people are talking about, and it might not be VeVe that gets it first. You know, it might be crypto dick butts. It might be Bored Apes, it might be Autoglyphs, it might be CryptoPunks, you name it. You know, it has an equal chance shot of that getting it first. Could be gaming, you know, because you have a bunch of NFTs in Web3 gaming. But I believe that at some point, money flows into VeVe, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to or not. I think that does happen. Hold on one second. Oh, very good, very good. But again, just my opinion, not anything that anyone needs to worry themselves about. But again, I would say OMI. I'm going to guess that OMI goes up first because it just seems like NFTs are the ones that are going. I don't see much people talking about TradFi or DeFi. So Definity, I don't know. It might go up just because of buybacks or because of news. They have this new marketing team now. Maybe that goes up first, and then but DEVVE, like they said that they plan to launch in second half of 2025, and they've been very vocal about that. So even let's say if it were like September, right, that they were trying to launch in, they get delayed 3 months. Cool, it's still December, so I still think that does run. And anything could run for any time before then. I just am not convinced that I don't see what's going to make it run first. Again, I'm going to stack as soon as I can, but I'm going to try for OMI first, and then it'll be a fight between the other two. I own part of the Definity Markets company, so I kind of know the stuff that's going on with them, and that's why, you know, I don't work for DEVVE. I own the DEVVE token. I'm friends with the founder. You know, but that's not. I know more about the back, like what's going on in like behind the scenes with Definity than I do with DEVVE, because DEVVE, again, I don't work for VeVe, but I think I know this company more intimately than probably everyone except for the people that work for them. And even more so than some of the people that work for them, because I don't think you're going to care what happens with the token, with Stacker, if you're just an animator, if you're just a marketer. I would love to get one of their marketers on and ask them a bunch of questions. Oh my lordy. Okay, this might be a short show. Yeah, I mentioned Dark Ages before. Okay, so let me go through this, and then we'll get to the other news. Dark Ages is one of the first online MMORPGs. Began in 1999, so over a quarter century ago. In the 1900s, they had launched. There were thousands of users, I guess, at one point. The servers are still there, so if you want to pay $10 a month, you can go in and you can do it. There's really not a lot of people there anymore. Again, quarter century old. But one of the things that they had, like if you're a new player and you want to say, like, you know, you could choose a religion, there's politics in there, and there's other stuff, but one of the first players, called Biomagus, has her own statue in the game. Like so you have to do like weeks and weeks of grinding, if not months, depending on how often you play. Could be months of grinding and doing different tasks, some of which, unless you have a person helping you in that game, you're not going to figure out how to do unless there's a how-to guide and you know what's going on there. In order to become a master, it's a grind. It's really hard to do in that game. And this one girl, Biomagus, that still plays, there is a statue of her in the game, as there is of many others. It is I probably could have just screenshot it. I didn't. The first 5 people to ever reach master. And I thought, that's really cool. They're pillars of the community for all eternity. It doesn't matter what happened after. Doesn't matter if they still play. But the fact that and apparently Biomagus is the last to still play, which is that's. You ever see that meme of a regular show, and Skips is like what? Spoilers. Skips is like immortal, right? So there's a scene where they're all like on the beach, like sitting together, and then like 100 years later, Skips is there by himself, and it's like, oh, right in the feels. Critical hit to the feels. It's really cool just to see that, like, hey, there's a bunch of history here. There's a bunch of lore here. And I think VeVe should do that in the VeVeverse. They have the level 100s. Yeah, I think they should. I think they should do that. And are they going to do that for the first 100 level 100s? That's a lot, so probably not. Maybe the first 25. And again, like, they don't have they already gave the level 1 on like their plaque. They gave them the thing. They shout them out on X. I think that it would be really nice if they did that. Now, also, granted, that's one aspect of, hey, reach level 100. One aspect of that. Then you also have the VeVe heroes of the past. You have Silicone. You have Pyromaniac. You have Bruce Clark Kent. You have the Trinity there, and I'm sure others that have unfortunately passed away and met an untimely demise. Not that a demise at any time isn't untimely. I feel like again, it's their comment. These are just suggestions. I just think that in the future, 5, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 25 years, 26 years from now, same as Dark Ages, right? Though, I mean, those. I hope I'll still be here. Oh God, 60 years old, right? 26 years from now, I'll be 60. God, that seems so strange. Yeah, I just realized a lot of people will not be here. At that time, I think it would be really cool for somebody that comes into the VeVeverse for the first time, and you have maybe only a couple of us OGs might be left. Again, quarter century from now, right? And then you go in and say, like, hey, a new person. They go in and say, like, what is this? Like, who's that? What are they? And then you just have somebody that goes in and says, like, gives like a live version history, like a tour guide. They're like, here was this person, here was that person, here's what they did, this is why they're remembered. I think that would be really cool. And I know that would fall very far low now on the priority list, as it should, because this is something they could do anytime. But at some point, I would like to see that. Respect the past, embrace the future, and again, just some ideas. Let's go over a couple of comments here before I get to the other stuff. Matt Johnson says, "What up, Randy? Hope all is good with you, man. Aside from my back being hacked, yeah, I'm doing my best. I am busy every minute of every day, writing or in meetings or trying to broker these deals. But yeah, things are good. Happy. Gets nice and warm out now. It's very exciting because Ohio is quite cold in the winter. There's hopefully a Coinbase listing soon as well. When Coinbase was asked about it, they just said soon. Not really. They just kind of trolling everyone. Yeah, soon. It's gonna happen soon. What's the big announcement everyone's bullish on? Well, every coin that's on Base in these decentralized exchanges will be available on the Coinbase app. So I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty fun. They're saying, I hope it was not Coinbase Dex news. Well, that's one of them. Yeah, that is one of the things. The Shopify thing is another one. The American Express card that Coinbase has is another one. Again, free listing. John Air Max RP, see what you did there. daCAT in the house. Let's get this bread. I love this game. The cat community never backs down. Diamond hand holders, 100%. Cat is a gem. VeVe Zombie says, yo, what up, Zombie? I heart you, fam. And RPM 87 says, Randy, yo, what up? What up? Hope you're doing well, brother. Been a while. Let me go on and do some of the news here from the last couple of days. Where is it? Today's Friday. Okay. BlackRock bought on Wednesday night another $163 million worth of ETH. Police surge with 30 officers after fireworks attack. That is insane. 88 Antifa members were arrested in New York on Wednesday night. They were from out of state and came to riot. They're not Mexican or Hispanic, but they were waving Mexican flags. It's a giant psyop, according to some people. Gary O at 1234CA3 says that any way to see how many sets are owned? I doubt it, but it would be interesting to see, because the secret rare of Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So it would be interesting to see. The secret rare is only 30 potential sets that it could be in. If Stacker World made it possible to sell sets, that could be a game changer. Some sets would be very rare, just saying. Agreed. Try again, still meant to, I don't need to do that. BlackRock bought another $163 million worth of Ethereum. Whales be loading up. BlackRock has bought $131 million worth of Bitcoin. Wild. Meta is going to take a 49% stake in Scale AI for $14.8 billion. Investors and employees get paid. Meta probably wanted to acquire them, but didn't want to go through regulatory approval, so found this roundabout scheme. Alexander will run Meta's superintelligence lab, and Scale will find a new CEO. Again, Meta paying near $15 billion for that is heckin' wild. The other day, publicly traded company Remix Point purchased 50 Bitcoin. The company now holds a total of 925.71 Bitcoin. I have a Bitcoin question for David. He's going to be on the channel on 24 June. Well, he's going to be on the OMI Homie show. So yeah, I'll be able to go in and get a couple of good questions from him. I'm going to stand up again because maybe it's the angle in which that I sit. That might be it. Okay, we're gonna continue on here. I don't know. I feel so far away from y'all. Canada is cutting rates. The UK is cutting rates. Europe is cutting rates. Belgium has freedom. That's a reference. I forget which show. Fed will also cut rates soon, says Ash Crypto Real. He says expected in Q3 2025. Rate cuts plus QE would equal a mega bull run. He's been saying this for quite a while, so take it with a grain of salt. President Trump says that the great big beautiful bill will grow the economy like it has never grown before and cut expenses by 1.6 trillion. Needs to be cut a little bit more. There's a DEVVE one. DEVVE says we're building a non-custodial digital asset exchange with the DEVVE exchange, cutting out unnecessary intermediaries. The latest SEC comments hit the nail on the head. It's time for a better system, one that actually works for the users. That particular one was said by Chairman Chief Atkins, saying, the right to have self-custody of one's private property is a foundational American value that should not disappear when one logs into the internet. I am in favor of affording greater flexibility to market participants to self-custody crypto assets, especially where intermediation imposes unnecessary transaction costs or restricts the ability to engage in staking and other on-chain activities. This guy gets it. I think that everyone should be able to custody their crypto, and you shouldn't have to give up custody of that crypto to an exchange in order to trade. DEVVE has solved this problem. Link down below to sign up for the DEVVE exchange. Use my code, and then what you do is you get your own code, you get other people to sign up, and then you get 35% of their trading fees. They sign up somebody else, you get 15% of their trading fees. They sign up somebody else, you get 10%. So yes, DEVVE does pay out up to 60% of their trading fees to the referral people. No reason not to do that right now. Mercury FinTech plans $800 million Bitcoin treasury, eyes Russell 2000 inclusion. Coinbase App Store global rank is 371, and over 30% of Bitcoin's circulating supply is now held by just 216 centralized entities, reflecting both expanding institutional adoption and deepening custodial centralization. Wild. President Trump says he's working to create clear and simple market framework that will allow America to dominate Bitcoin and crypto. Financial markets giant DTCC explores a stablecoin. That's from the information. The team, so we had a Star Wars Revenge of the Sith comic the other day. It was only 1,000 units, 1,000 ones. And well, why? We've never had a comic like that before on the app. We have it on VeVe Comics all the time. So why are they doing that? Well, it was a test. They didn't exactly say what they were testing, but I have an idea. VeVe Comics Curator Program, again, VeVe Comics has 1,000 mints. Maybe they're going to have some of them be on the app. That's why they were testing 1,000 mints. Maybe that's going to be a rule for the Curator Program to see how it does. We'll see. We'll see. New York Post has an article saying how to buy Pepe coin and is it a good investment? Normally that's the time to sell, but it is crypto, so who knows? Lady in Red, aka Fanny Carbonell, says, I just bought back a Darth Vader, had sold for 400 gems in 2023, had regrets, bought a Homer and Bart, which is a very important piece, minted a Mandalorian, Mando is Mando, my Grogu needed his dad, at VeVe Official, at David Yu, at Dan Crothers. Shout out to Fanny Carbonell for getting that ultra rare Darth Vader back. President Trump says he will not fire Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Doesn't mean he can't replace him other ways. Debbie Struction says, when is VeVe going to release Labubu NFTs? It's the biggest thing for Chinese consumers. I said, I don't know. I was supposed to talk about it last night, but I didn't. Yeah, when VeVe, when? Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says, it's time to bring crypto trading, innovation, and jobs to the United States. Preach, my man, preach. We have a Maserati drop tomorrow, and Comics and Crypto are placing a $1,500 bounty on the Maserati Alfieri Silver Common Mint number 2014. It's the year of the model debut. It's the last mint number. Digital Collectible is dropping again. Oh no, it's on Sunday. Sorry, Sunday, 15 June at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you are here for other stuff and not for VeVe, sign up anyway. Link down below. $11.5 trillion asset manager BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says he is not planning to leave the company anytime soon. Whatever keeps you buying Bitcoin, buddy. Japanese video game developer Gumi just bought 1 billion yen worth of Bitcoin. I don't know how much that translates to in dollars. I don't think a ton, but let me see. All right, yen to dollars. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 693,000. No, sorry, $6,937,579 was spent in Bitcoin. Very good, very good. Okay, I feel like I might be able to sit down again. Sure. Okay. Oh. Tomorrow said, "Sup, Randy? Yo, what's going on? How's it going, fam?" Meow. Ethan Mascarena says, Randy, people on X are saying OMI is down 99% and calling it the literal definition of a shitcoin. Is it actually down that much, 99%, or are they exaggerating? Can you please share the real data? From the all-time highs? Yeah, it is. What is it from the all-time lows? Like 8x? It's for all-time lows, I think are quad 0.3, and we're 0.000. So maybe like a 4x from all-time lows. I think it's quad 0.3, unless it was lower. But yeah, a lot of coins are down 99%. Illuvium, look at Flow. Look at and again, Illuvium. Well, Illuvium's not in the top 100. Flow's not even in the top 100 anymore. But yeah, a lot of tokens are. It's just the bear market just savages people or tokens. Yeah, if you bought it all time, like most people didn't buy it all time highs. All time highs like 1.3 cents. Most people did, however, buy at 0.007, 0.008, like I did. Some people have dollar cost average down. Some people have not. Yeah, if you want to not look at the future and just look at the past, yeah, OMI's had quite the fall, as did many others. And you could say, all right, it might have been too high at the time and is definitely too low now. And you could dollar cost average on something that is definitely way too low. You could wait and say, like, well, I'm going to see what happens, and not do it, and maybe it goes lower, and maybe you get something at 0.001. Again, it could get cut in half. Or you say, like, I'm just kind of done with it. The like kind of the rule of investing: buy low, sell high. if you bought at that price and are selling at this price, kind of the opposite of that rule. But again, people are going to do what they're going to do. I typically, for the last several months, have said like 2 to 4 cents is generally my zone that I think OMI could get to, or that it should get to. I mean, it could get to crazy numbers, but I think it probably should get to 2 to 4 cents, in my opinion. Could be completely wrong. It'll be in the blow off top. That could be 3 months from now. That could be 9 months from now. World War III could happen, and maybe the 4-year cycle is done. Maybe that we're already in the next bear market. Who knows? Who knows? Last time when Russia invaded Ukraine, I thought it was just going to be a couple-week thing. Here we are, 3.5 years later. So again, who knows? Maurice Lating says, "How's Lori?" She's still she's hanging in there. She's getting that. Hanging in there. Probably should text her more, but I also feel like she probably has a little bit trouble reading because, you know, eyes, very poor eyes. But I love and miss her, and I hope to see her soon. I'll let her know everyone's thinking about it. Ethan Mascarena says, "Why are people flooding like this right after we got such amazing news about Coinbase?" That's honestly crazy. You know, I don't know. Like I know that some people are just like built negative. Like it's like some people just will only find the negative in something. That is a god awful way to live. I think I've never lived like that. I feel like I don't want to say normal, not the right word. I don't know. I feel my feelings. When I'm sad, I'm sad. When I'm mad, I'm mad. When I'm happy, I'm happy. I like being happy. I prefer to be baseline, a little bit happy. But yeah, I don't know. Some people just see nothing but negative, and that life just has to suck. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen it before. Even like, I don't know why I remember this. I just at like this adult part. It was like a gathering where, you know, the kids are kind of there and the adults are kind of over in the other room. But I like the Jets, and I was watching the Jets game, and there was this one guy there. I was like, "Oh no, see, you know, we have the ball now, but you know, we're gonna fall, we're gonna turn over, and then we're gonna lose." I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with it?" I was like 7 years old, and even then, I thought like, how freaking horrible it must be to be that guy. I don't think he had a wife. I don't think he had kids. I hope he didn't, because that living with that dude must have been hell. Anyway, yeah, some people are just perpetually mad and angry and always find the negative. I don't know why. I know it happens. Some chemical imbalance. But yeah. Anyways, Veg says OMI is down 83.4% from its all-time high. Oh, okay. All right. So it's not down. Are you sure that's only 83%? Anyway, March 2021, Ethan Mascarenas. Hold on one second. Let me. Okay, one second. 0.131. Oh yeah, 99% would be 0.00131. Okay. Yeah, good stuff. Good catch. I was just assuming. Good call. Good call. Oh, my back is just destroyed today, and that's not yeah. Never mind. I forgot a zero. OMI is down that. Oh, am I tripping? Am I tripping? I could have sworn. Maybe I am tripping. 0.0131. No, because 1%. So 99% down would be 0.00131. Yeah, because if you're at 1.31 cents and you multiply it by 0.01, that would be 99% off. And what's the, I don't know, what's the price now? I think it was 0.0021 before. Yeah, 0.0021, 215 up 3.5%. Not bad. So we are. Yeah, you're right the first time. Right the first time. That one. Yeah. Was that message deleted? I don't know. I can't tell it was deleted. All I see is I see what I see. I don't know. I feel like I'm tripping out here because if you take 1.31 cents and you multiply it by 0.01, which would be that's okay, 99% off. I again, maybe my math is not mathing, and I'm just going to assume y'all are right. Agreed. OMI is only this low because of the douche. But so again, he definitely savaged it to a point where it shouldn't be. Where is it going to be come? Oh, where is it going to be come 6 months from now? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, moving on. Where were I? Burn token. Oh, good for you, Crappy Bird, burning 1 million tokens. Tokens in the game wallet are 55 million. Excess tokens in the game wallet that will be burned are 550,000. Good for them. Billie Eilish, that's cool. You know, it would be great. You know, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna save this for when David comes in. I'm gonna go to my notes. I don't take notes for interviews, but this time I'm gonna go to my notes. Oh, my back. It's still hurting. Oh. And I'm gonna type in something. Meow meow meow. Added. Okay. Added of meow meow or whoop on meow meow meow. Oh god, hiccups. I think VeVe. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Do the same. Oh my god, am I stroking out? Should do the same. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. Sorry, I don't know what that was. VeVe Meister says, "Whoa, I honestly did not know that there is so much trading activity on VeVe in the video. Only the past 8 hours. Someone tell Paul that VeVe is alive and kicking." Let me go through this video here. This is from VeVe Meister. That man, such a cool dude. This is probably it is not. He's gonna go over it. Okay, here's Silver Surfer. Number 3, that's first appearance of Mephisto. I know that one. I have a bunch. Giant Size X-Men. Dark Phoenix, that's really cool. Oh, so I promise. Okay, there you go. Bro. Star Wars. Oh, it's a Revenge of the Sith one. Bro. There's so much activity on Stacker. Now, I don't know if that's both Stacker and VeVe, or if that's just Stacker. Probably both, right? Right? Probably both. But like the amount of volume is hecking insane. Insane in the membrane. So yeah, this is pretty cool. Is that the... Yeah. I thought that was pretty dope. Oh, shoot. My back. While I have videos up, let me give y'all something to like. And I'm going to say, have everyone smash that like button. That is a free way to help support the channel. Yes, Spaceballs, the Schwartz awakens in 2027. May the Schwartz be with you. Cannot wait for that. That is, I've been waiting my entire life for that. Moving on. Coinbase to launch perpetual futures in the US. Huzzah. Okay, it is chilly now, but my back hurts. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be really far away from the camera again. I don't know if Wes likes that or not. Oh yeah, when Labubu, rare Labubu sells for more than $150,000 at auction. Labubus are currently the trendiest plush toys on the planet. I repeat, Labubus are currently the trendiest plush toys on the planet. I wouldn't want one, but apparently millions of people do. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong says Bitcoin could be the reserve currency of the world. Agreed. Concept. Oh, okay. All right. Rationale. Okay. U.S. House officially passes Doge cuts, slashing $9.3 billion from USAID, NPR, and PBS. Reserve currency of the world. Coinbase integrate Base network into DEXs. Okay, we did that. No more which Base project gets listed. They all just did, or at least in the next couple of months. Coinbase also partners with payment giant Shopify to accept crypto. That is amazing. And I might know another company that's going to do that as well. I can't say which ones. Oh my goodness, my back. Yep, Spaceballs, can't wait for it. I think I went over that stuff yesterday. This Wall Street will launch Solana, Dogecoin, and XRP ETFs. That's interesting. Says Matt Hogan, CIO at Bitwise. Singapore's Trident Digital targets mammoth $500 million raise to establish an XRP treasury. Interesting. Okay, a bunch of times. Yep. Only listed on Coinbase. When asked about it, they said soon. I feel like I've said that a bunch of times over this past couple of days. Planet Vampire says, my sentiment is very positive. Finished my stack today. Only took 2 years of patience. And he now has 3% of all of the first appearance minis. That is 63 of those. I assume first appearance mini has like, I know they have like 2,000-ish mini, M-I-N-N-I-E. I assume they have like, I think it's 2,000-ish ones, and I am trying to find, because she's a platinum moment. $70, damn. Hella undervalued. This dude is $4,400 worth of minis. Good for him. He's a beast. Again, shout out to Planet Vampire that has 3% of the supply of minis. Heckin' nuts. Not does have the same power as a normal listing. Yeah, I know. Bitcoin, okay. If you look at Google search trends, Google search interest for Bitcoin is now at the same level as when Bitcoin was priced around $16,000. I'm going to say that again, in case it was not clear. But Bitcoin, the search interest for it on Google is now at the same level as it was when Bitcoin was just $16,000. Tell me retail is not in yet without telling me retail is not in yet. Definity is stupid undervalued. Casual says VeVe Marvel Comics product suggestion. Artist comic bundles, a pack of 5 comic variants from one artist, price $30 to $50. These could be older, less popular books. These bundles could be used to spotlight artists. Mr. MC1 says, yes, this is a brilliant idea. This is how music labels and companies repackage older music and made a fortune. They repackage music in various combinations and bundled with innovative packaging, and merch made billions beyond the initial launch of the artist's own record. Something that VeVe should definitely do. Crude oil prices yesterday spiked 6% after Israel launches strikes on Iran because they had threatened to go after their oil field. That is amazing. O'Milly had posted saying, Butters say I'm not even a collector, but I just hit my goal of 500 first appearance Moon Knights. Werewolf by Night number 32. O'Milly has 500 of those. That is incredible. Out of 5,000 uncommon, only about 900 might be in real user wallets. I don't know where he got that data, but the fact that he's 500 is really cool. Planet Vampire yesterday asked if I can get Dan Lee on the podcast just to get his silly but out of YouTube retirement. He's hilarious. I did go to Dan Lee after that, and I said, hey, they want you on. He's not ready yet, but I think one day he might be. True Tech says, big thanks to Music East, Maine's 841, VeVe Official, and my collectibles for the giveaway prizes. He got a freaking secret rare She-Hulk and Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Not sure what rarity, but secret rare She-Hulk is dope. Ugh. My body is destroying me, and I don't know what to do about it. Hold on, hold the phone 1 second. My friend claims to have found Bigfoot, saying it was in Uniondale, Pennsylvania, not far from Elk Mountain. I was driving home on a back road about 4 p.m. It was still light out. He was getting ready to cross the road, and I passed him in my car. I was doing like 15 miles an hour, stared right into his eyes, stopped the car, and watched from 5 feet away as he casually crossed gentle eyes. So she says this was 15 years. This is actually 23 years ago. So 2002. 2002. Oh, it was deliberate. It was deliberate. BlackRock just bought another $101.5 million worth of Ethereum as of 13 June at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. David Yu has just posted absolutely stunning to the DeLorean time machine. Like nearly 2 years to this day in June of 2023, I was going to build my Lamborghini dealership in the VeVeverse with the help of Bogdan Roney, the master of the VeVeverse. I have realized that dream. Welcome everyone to the Raging Bullpen. Oh God, I can't wait. Okay, hold on. A place where the strongest, most beautiful bulls await you. Let me just try to play the whole video here. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. That was pretty dope, not gonna lie. It's pretty heckin' sweet. See if I can fast forward a bit through this, because this is a lot. 2.5 minutes. Okay, it's still pretty cool. Voodoo. Sorry about that. I gotta do something real quick because I got a message that I didn't mean to open, but it is now opened and there's nothing else I can do. And David Yu had reposted it saying absolutely stunning. Agreed. Question. Mr. MC1 saying reposted the stream. Oh, I thank you very much. I appreciate you. Hi, Randy and fam. I'm thinking Antino won the first prize. Yeah, I went over that before, and it's very exciting. We had a meeting today where I'm going to try. We're going to try to one hand wash the other type of deal where we do certain things, and then maybe for it I might get daCAT on the there might be a hyperlink on her website to go to VeVe and Stacker so that people can buy the daCAT comic. I would very much like to do that. I would very much enjoy doing that. So we'll I'm going to continue helping her in any way I can so that becomes a reality and other stuff happens as well. A lot of ideas in my brain. I know, right? It's crazy awesome. I love this game. Oh God, my body. I agree. Oh, thank you, Mr. MC1, for reposting this. My man getting that bread. Returning. Oh God, it's horrible. Mr. MC1, I forget who it was, but 1 year ago on this day, 1 year ago on this day, you said, "Hi, collectors. Mr. MC1.eth giving away a VeVe gold and silver logo to a VeVe content creator on 22 June. Please share below your favorite content creator, why they inspire, influence, collecting, and share joy. Link to your favorite post, space, stream. Lots of love to all. It's so nice to see great content creators get visibility." And I forget who won that, but that was awesome. Mr. MC1 giving away a collectible that is currently worth $3,500. Breaking. Jordan airspace closes as regional escalation intensifies. Jordan has officially shut down its airspace in response to rapidly escalating military tensions across the Middle East. Yeah, on Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th. Granted, normally I love this holiday, but this is not something I love. Doctor Strange is pretty awesome. Let's go to some of the Twitter feed, huh? Osman Collects won the VeVe goal giveaway. Very nice. We love him. We love the Osman. VeVe Vet says, "Is there a way we can find out how many collectibles are locked away on closed accounts?" Best we can do is estimate, but a ton of them seem to be in accounts that haven't been active in 18 months. So a lot of those, yeah. Now, are they not active because the people are just hodlers, or are they not active because they were bots and now they're bot accounts? The world may never know. 109 children rescued, 244 arrested in operation in Soteria Shield, exposing widespread child exploitation in North Texas. Dallas FBI and some have 70 law enforcement agents. Listen, see, that's a piece of, like, is it horrible that that exists? Yes, but I'm glad those 244 are arrested, and I'm glad those 109 children were rescued. 244 were arrested, and 109 children were rescued. Again, it's horrible that that had to happen, but good news is that the children were saved, rescued. Ooh, ooh, that looks. Oh yeah, happy Friday the 13th. That looks awesome. I love it when people do cool stuff. Oh my God, what is Turning Point? Okay, 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 good. Um, Bernie, what are you doing, fam? Bernie Sanders is not a fan of Netanyahu. Okay, interesting. O'Malley is on a space called Vibes sold separately. So after this, I might go there. But then also Casual the Voice has a spot. He's it's a war. It's a war. You got people that are there are multiple spaces going on. And then you have this going on. So obviously there are a lot of people there. There's 186 people here. There's a lot of good stuff. Aneri.base.eth has 12,000 followers, has some alpha on what the Coinbase wallet team demoed today, coming to your beta app soon. Support for larger video files. Enroll in 4.1% USDC rewards. That is incredible. Buy coins directly from feed. Get real-time trading toasts. Oh, redacted. Ooh, okay. Something hub. Pornhub? Okay. Push notifications for likes, follows, reposts, swipe to pay, tap to pay, new price charts with haptics, theming and animation, fully revamped onboarding, unified search, info across all media, social, apps, and coins, personalized ML feed with interest-based content, drag to reorder save apps, legacy wallet view/switcher, and a 100% cursor AI generated PR using a linear ticket and at Figma MCP. Swag. NFT NYC says, here's a teaser video from one of our more adventurous speakers. She looks naked, so I'm not going to click on that and show y'all. South Tehran's Chahardanja Industrial Park strike reported moments ago at the Chahardanj Industrial Park in South Tehran. Source is Yeti of media is unconfirmed. But there is multiple explosions and defense activity reported in Isfahan. Residents in Isfahan, these are like made-up names. All words are made up. Never mind. Isfahan report hearing large explosions across the city with the air defenses visibly active. Also, Trump just in reports tens of millions in income from crypto ventures. I bet he is. I bet he is. At least someone's making money in crypto. Who's Pat? Oh, that's Pat. Okay. DigiJoin says, want to tap in the highest community on X. The Wake and Bake Show is pretty cool, and DigiJoins has a VeVe account. I just let me give him a meow. Give him a meow. Just talk about you real quick on the channel. When's a good time to speak? Sepeka. Okay. I want to go in and I want to either get him on the show, one of the shows that I have, or I'll go in and try to get him in the comic. I think both would be good. It's going to be a rated R show because Anyway, U.S. Marines detained civilian in Los Angeles. First confirmed action. U.S. Marines deployed to Los Angeles, having carried out the first known detention of a civilian during federal building security operations. The incident took place at Wilshire Federal Building where Marines apprehended and temporarily restrained a man before handing him over to Homeland Security. Military-stated detentions are permitted in specific cases involving threats to federal personnel or property and must be transferred to civilian law enforcement immediately. Immediately. Oh, what's that from? Forget what that's from. Top trending coin on Sui. I guess with that, if it's on base, I would have read it, but on Sui, I don't care that much. Iranian strike deals heavy damage to Israeli military HQ. Oh, come on, guys. Significant damage has been reported at Israel's Central Military Command Center following an Iranian missile strike. Emergency teams are on site checking for casualties. Those senior personnel were likely in underground bunkers during the impact. Strike highlights Iran's focus, strategic high-level military targets amid the ongoing escalation. That is horrible. I'm here for crypto Twitter, not this. Oh, Nancy Mace, I love you. People talking about toilet dust. You know, I tried to get them in the daCAT universe. Tried to get them on the channel. You know, to sponsor the channel, but I think it is not time yet. But soon, I think that happens. Maybe one day. Maybe not soon, but maybe one day. Who is this? I don't know who they are, but they follow me, so that's fine. Joey Swole is awesome. I love that man. He's a cool dude. Tom Bibian says the reason I don't go to NFT events anymore is because I know they'd catch these hands if I saw them. I don't know who these people are. I don't know. I would not put into a company unless they're doxxed. If they're doxxed, cool. If they're not doxxed, I don't know about it. Oh my God, my freaking back. Sapien says it's been a huge week on base, which is why we're taking a moment to unpack why base is for everyone. Big convo, even bigger lineup. Base is for everyone. It doesn't say when it's going to be. 17 June at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good for them. I feel like VeVe should really get in on this, or Ecomi should get in on this and kind of crash one of those spaces. Okay, that's good. Sorry, I just saw something really, really strange. Anyway, let's go back to some of the rest of the news that I had. SharpLink Gaming has bought 176,271 ETH for $463 million. Whales loading up on SharpLink. Who is this? All right, so you got named the Bitcoin Therapist saying, assuming Ryan Cohen is able to upsize his converts to the max, GameStop would be sitting on approximately $9 billion in cash with current $10 billion market cap. This is ridiculously insane. Never been a more clear time to buy the bottom. If you trust the board, buy Bitcoin. Then you have Josh Mandel saying Bitcoin was sitting down there at base elevation of 84K when he announced the first CB deal. I screwed up and put money into it thinking he was going to do something other than sit on billions of cash until Bitcoin became really attractive at 105K. There are so many other opportunities out there. Can't afford to spend time trying to figure this guy out. He definitely can't claim to have a clear opportunity to buy the bottom now. He missed that chance. Fair point. I'm going to read a message from Trump, but first I'm going to just do a couple little pull-ups because my back is destroyed and I need to stretch it out. Okay. Oh, all right. Not feeling too great today. But I do it for my stream. Trump yesterday says, or is this today? This is today. I gave Iran chance after chance to make a deal. I told them in the strongest words to just do it. But no matter how hard they tried, no matter how close they got, they couldn't get it done. I told them there would be much worse than anything they know, anticipated, or were told, that the United States makes the best and most lethal military equipment anywhere in the world by far, and that Israel has a lot of it with much more to come, and they know how to use it. Certain Iranian hardliners spoke bravely, but they didn't know what was about to happen. They are all dead now, and it will only get worse. There has already been great death and destruction, but there is still time to make this slaughter, with the next already planned attacks being even more brutal, come to an end. Iran must make a deal before there is nothing left and save what was once known as the Iranian Empire. No more death, no more destruction. Just do it before it's too late. God bless you all. I'm going to have to echo his call to make a deal and get peace and make sure that hopefully no more innocents die. Disney and Universal sue AI image company Midjourney for unlicensed use of Star Wars, Simpsons, and more. I repeat, Disney and Universal sue AI image company Midjourney for unlicensed use of Star Wars, Simpsons, and more. IP is king. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Pudgy Penguins announces partnership with NASCAR to bring Pengu to NASCAR fans. I don't have Pudgy Penguins. I don't have Pengu, but that is cool. Anytime one of us in the crypto fam, makes it to big, it just legitimizes crypto. It's like back in the day when you're like in the hood. If you're doing something, if you're a basketball star, if you're dancing, if you're rapping, if you're in the hood back in the day, the OGs wanted to see you make it out. They kept you straight. I feel like all of the crypto, like we're in a world of crypto and it's all bad. It's all in the hood, right? But when you finally get some of these big deals, like VeVe with Disney and Marvel and all these things, or Pudgy Penguins, NASCAR, that's amazing. And I want to root for everyone. Went over the Unthink stuff and some milestones. Clever Jerk, I can show you guys. Oh, my body. Oh my gosh. Okay. Clever Jerk posted the most amazing meme. And this dude, how much is Grogu? I'm pretty sure Grogu's like $220? $273, goddamn. So 273 times 35. This dude has almost $10,000 in Grogu's. That is nuts. That is insane. I'll never understand why independent artists don't promote their VeVe drops to their fan base. Bro, I have no idea. I'm promoting the shiz out of daCAT. So I already wrote Ladies on Soul, right? I already wrote the Space Penguin story. I got paid for that. My part is done. I am not going like that. Those could sell out. Oh my God, I have a hole in my crotch. My pants, the crotch of my pants, the pants of my crotch. Sorry, I'm gonna. Okay. Anyway, my part is done with those comics. I will not make a cent if they sell out. But I am pushing it anyway. One, because I'm the artist or not the artist. I'm the writer, and that's cool. And also, it's just part of the overall daCAT. Like why these artists do not push that. Like I have no idea. If I'm going to have something on the app, I'm going to tell everybody. I am going to tell. I'm going to call people. I'm going to manipulate them. I'm going to be like, hey, I was in the hospital 3 times last year. I was in the hospital once this year, but you know what I mean? Like I was in the hospital. I did this. You didn't call. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. I'm going to make people feel so freaking bad. It's like, but it's okay. You can make it up to me. What you can do for me is you can buy this one thing that costs $7 and critique me on it. Read it to me. Say, what did you like? What did you not like? You don't even have to read it if you don't want to. Just buy it. Buy it and never look back. Like, I'm going to go, like, when that daCAT comic comes out, every single person that I know will probably do it. That can be emotionally manipulated like that. Because I do a lot for people, and a lot of times it does. Well, most times most people take everything, but sometimes people don't. And I'll be like, hey, remember the last 3 things I did for you? Remember these things that you asked me to do? And I said, okay, bet. And I didn't ask for anything in return. Favors being cashed in now. Come on. And that's just like, and like, what am I going to make on that? like nothing, right? It's all going to go back into making daCAT bigger and funding it. But again, it's my baby. And again, like I don't. After Saitama Wolfpack, I will talk about them anytime the subject of the cat universe comes up. Because it's a great story. Again, Ladies on Soul is a fantastic all right. It's not what you think. All right. Like when you read the first daCAT story, you're like, bro, this is huge. Like Avengers 2012, right? And then Ladies on Soul is like Ghostbusters 2, like the more recent Ghostbusters 2. It is not to save all of New York City, like the world. It's to save this like one thing there. And or was that the first one? I forget which Ghostbusters. I saw they're great. The Ghostbusters ones are great. Maybe it's the first one. They're not saving the whole world. They're saving this part of town, right? These girls are just defending their ranch. It's not this whole big multi-planet story in the solar system. Like it leads into that because it goes into daCAT number 3. But it's still an excellent story. It's still like, this is cool. Like, this is fun. Like, oh, like, it's good. It's funny. It's enjoyable. The characters are great. You have animals to look at, and there's some vengeance. And it's like, I didn't write the story to say like, yeah, we're girls. We don't need men. Patooey. Yeah, men are trash. Girl power. Like, no, like 15 years ago, 12 years ago, whenever Legend of Korra came out, they showed it to like 9 and 10 and 12-year-olds. And they're like, do you care that she's a girl? No, like, do you care that the Avatar is a girl? Like, no, it's she's just awesome. It's just awesome. I don't think people are going to care. Like, the goal is not to me say like, hey, yeah, a bunch of women doing a bunch of awesome stuff. There's 2 women, they're doing a bunch of awesome stuff, but it's not like about women power. It's just like they're all just humans, and the guys that are in that story, like it's good without being like, it's like Disney back in the day. They did Mulan and they did Lilo and Stitch. There's like no white people in those movies, right? Pocahontas. All right, you have John Smith. You have a bunch of white people in that. All right, you have Aladdin is one of the best Disney movies out there. It is so freaking good. They did so good at being like diverse and having diversity without really trying. I feel like Ladies on Soul is such a freaking good story because it doesn't try to be all yah sisterhood woman. It's just 2 girls that are, they don't ask to do it. They're not asked, like, it's just something happens and they have to do what they have to do. And it's awesome. Again, it's cool for the first few pages, half page, fun. The first half of the book is like, yeah, it's good. I'm glad I read it. It's worth the read. And then the second half is like, oh, and it gets a good, fun, awesome feel. It's awesome. And it's pretty similar with Space Penguins. It's like it starts off actiony. It starts off where it's like, oh, we right into this, right? We getting into it. And then you get to meet some of the characters, and then you get to have some of the fun. And then there's a little emotion. I don't want to go through it. And then again, towards the middle, at the end, it's like, what is going on? There's an awesome speech. And again, I make absolutely diddly squat based on how those sell. They could sell out. They could be the best things ever. I make doo-doo on them. But I'm pushing them because it's awesome. Why some of these artists do not push their stuff is freaking beyond me. Wes, that is the greatest question you've ever asked me. I don't know. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of this. Why is my hair doing that thing? Anyway, you're right. They should be working harder for their bags. They're not disciplined. They're not okay. What's up, fam? Usually after my show is best. Cool beans. What time is your show each day? You can try to get DigiJoints up in this. Yeah, Clever Jerk is a beast, having almost $10,000 worth of grow grouping prayers. Is so wild. It's so cool. Have I mentioned that I love that man? All right, move on. Imagine Guys, I talk about a lot of stuff on here. There's some stuff that I want to talk about and can't. And I'm not even talking about alpha. I'm talking about, I'm just going to read it. I'm just going to read it because if I had to see it, you have to see it. A girl named Tradwife2049 on Twitter says, imagine you're giving her back shots and her tapeworm comes out to check out what all the commotion is. It would have cost her $0 not to post that. But I had to read it, and now so do you. So there, that is what you get. Okay. Comes to mind. That's the Ecomi stuff. Raoul Hall has quoted something called "Die with the most likes." Not 100% sure what they are. Raoul Hall says, "We like the meat, but we love the die with the most likes. The man is a legend in Gary, Indiana suburbs." And I say, this looks really cool. I would love to see this type of artwork on VeVe Official. I think it's one of the perfect responses. You're not saying like, you're not down there like shilling your stuff, be like, buy on VeVe, heck this stuff, or even just buy on VeVe. You're complimenting the person. You're not saying that this particular thing, because it could be, somebody else's IP, but saying I would love to see this type of artwork on VeVe. I thought it was a really good response. Again, make it your own. Do whatever. I have someone messaging me, and I don't need to. Oh, I have a bunch of aggregate loan book size of crypto lenders rose in Q1 2025 to the highest since Q1 2022. Tether, LEDN, and 2 Prime are the top 3 leaders by outstanding loan values. That is wild. Interesting, cheap, out for free. All right, download. daCAT. Sorry, I get pumped by my daCAT peeps going wild. Oh God, I forgot to give him a woo. Okay. BlackRock is buying the dip from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. BlackRock bought 2,680 Bitcoin worth $282.9 million. That is a lot. Didn't mean to. All right. Let's go back to X. I know I've been going for 90 minutes. Iranian Air Force hangars on fire at Mehrabad Airport in Tehran. Massive flames are reportedly ripping through hangars used by Iran's Air Force in Tehran, Mehrabad's international airport. These aren't empty shells. This base house squadrons that fly both the MiG-29 and the U.S.-built F-14 Tomcat. Wowee. Detainee riot erupts as ICE vans blocked for escape in New Jersey. Damn. ICE agents shoved through protesters at Delaney Hall after a full-blown riot broke out inside the detention center. Crowds blocked vans, screaming for justice, while detainees allegedly went without food. 4 men escaped in the chaos. Oh my gosh. 2 from Honduras, 2 from Colombia. They're loose. Federal agencies slapped $10,000 rewards on their heads and launched a manhunt. The street outside turned into a standoff. Inside, the system failed. Protesters say it's just the start. ICE lost control, and now they're scrambling to catch what they let slip. What the fudge, guys? DCBK2LA says there is nobody more dedicated to this craft than this man right here. Cool Crypto. Lucky to be one of his smart followers, and he's pretty damn good co-host too. And so people understand the level of grind, work, and ethic. Cool has 10x the amount of the yaps as I do. I don't know what that means, but good for him. Good for him. Canada updates travel advice for the United States, warning U.S. government officials now have power to scrutinize your phone without permission. Instead, advise you to stay home where Canadian government officials have power to scrutinize your phone without permission. That is wild. Okay. Also interesting. Anti-ICE protesters entering the FO stage of Find Out. Yeah, FOFA. God damn. Bro. That is wild. Those people have weapons. Y'all are crazy. Y'all people are wilding out there. Oh, Funko. Nice. Arizona iced tea, without a doubt, the best marketing. Weekend plan saying I'm hard. That is the greatest marketing I've ever seen. Arizona is hard, available in select regions, more coming soon. 21 plus to follow. Drink responsibly, don't get twisted. Store locator. They're legit making, oh my God. Guys, can you please send me, ooh, yeah, hard iced tea with lemon. Oh, with honey. Oh, please send me all the flavors, so I can try them on stream, please. I will try and drink all of them on stream. I really don't like peach, but I will do it. I will do it for them. So what does it say? Drink response in select regions. Okay, hold on. I gotta find this, and we're gonna see if we can get them. Hard delivery powered by GoPuff. What is GoPuff? Hard lemonade. No, I just want your hard. Okay. Enter a location. Oh. I can get wait, what? Delivered in minutes. What? Well, I don't have it. I didn't give him my address. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. Oh my God, can I? No, the address is outside of our delivery zone. Please enter a new address to continue shopping. No, I don't want to. Damn. I maybe. Well, I followed him. You know, I'm gonna send him a message. Hi, my name is Randy Chavez. I would love to try and review your new hard drinks on my stream. Let me know if this can happen. Thank you. Apostrophe. Smiley face. I'm gonna get this bread. I'm going to get this bread. Okay. Orange bag lady, thank you for like say, bro. I just freaked out and followed and messaged them because I need it. I feel like SpongeBob when he's in Sandy's dome and can't get water. He's like, I need it. Okay. I'm not gonna read anything by Tim Waltz. Unpaid official intern of banker. Everyone's into banker. Okay, hold on. Let's look at this banker because everyone seems to be into it now, and I feel a little left out that I am not in it. BNKR. Banker bargain mart, meeting all your spatula needs. They're up 3% on the day. $33 million market cap, 2.1 million in liquidity, 250,000 volume today. Well, that's on Uniswap. Is banker on anything else? Ow. Oh my gosh, my back. Oh, what the fudge? I thought this was. Oh, I thought this was. Oh, I messed up. Okay, anyway, banker is on a lot. Okay, they actually have 9.8 million in volume. Damn, good for them. Okay, my back is, guys, I have to end it here. My back is completely destroyed. I have to try to do something with it. So I'm gonna bounce. I have stuff to get to anyway. I have work to do. I'll catch y'all later. I love y'all. Class dismissed. Bye. Say bye to Dashi. Bye bye, Dashi. Never mind, I'll find someone like you.